Look, these 8,000 watch hours ain't gonna be no joke. Go ahead and get your watch hours in now. And so I'm talking specifically to the Christian content creators. I want to help you guys to figure out, like, what do I need to do to get those watch hours? Say, do not upload this to YouTube. It is not going to do well. Well, the Lord told me to upload it, so I went ahead and I uploaded it. This is the video, that video the AI told me not to upload. That is the video that did like 30 something thousand views. And I got over 3,000 watch hours with that video. And the thing is that video all stemmed from a word the Lord gave me. But I'm not going to talk about titles and thumbnails today. I want you to visit 5 rooms for me, okay? And these are 5 rooms that are a part of a framework the Lord gave me. Y'all, I'm sitting in the heart of Jackson, Mississippi right now, in the middle of the night, trying to make sure there's nobody coming around me. Waiting on my daughter to get done with her hair. So y'all know that starting February 1st of 2027, YouTube is going to start requiring you to have 8,000 watch hours instead of 4,000 in order to become a YouTube partner.
YouTube is updating the YouTube Partner Program.
What is changing for creators and our channels?
There's a few changes that most creators should be aware of. The biggest changes are on what it takes to earn from ads rev share. It used to be about 4,000 hours in order to qualify for long form, and now it's going to be 8,000. On the short side, it used to be 10 million views in 90 days, and now it's going to be 20 million views in 90 days.
Like, I know that a lot of us were struggling to get the 4,000 watch hours. Look, these 8,000 watch hours ain't gonna be no joke. So my suggestion to you is to go ahead and get your watch hours in now. And so I'm talking specifically to the Christian content creators. I want to help you guys to figure out, like, what do I need to do to get those watch hours? Like, what are the steps I need to take that will help me to get there? I have the subscriber count. You're supposed to have 1,000 subscribers. I have about 1,400 subscribers right now. And so I need the watch hours, and the watch hours, I have almost 3,400 watch hours, right? So I need about 600 more watch hours or something like that. And I got most of those watch hours actually from one video. And let me just tell y'all about the video. So this video is my stop tithing video. Of us Christians are broke or living paycheck to paycheck. And I've been to different churches, and they all try to get you to understand why we pay tithes. And it just never clicked for me. I was taught from a baby that you give your tithes every month so you'll be blessed. But every month I felt like a payment was missing. And I would just go through and be like, look, I just feel like I'm missing something. And the Lord reveals to me that feeling you feel, that missing payment feeling is literally. And so even though it seems like the fact that I stopped giving tithes was a bad thing, it was actually a very good thing because it broke something in me. Let me just give you some background on the stop tithing video. So I had already uploaded a video similar to this one a few days prior. So a few days prior to me releasing the stop tithing video that went viral, I had released another version where I pulled out my camera, I pulled out my lighting and everything, and I had a script. Let's stop playing church for 10 minutes, okay? I stopped paying my tithes for 6 months on purpose. It was not an accident, and I didn't forget. And I was pretty much reading from the script, right, for that video. It looked nice, it sounded nice, everything was good. Well, a few days later, the Lord spoke to me when I got home from work. I got home from work, I was sitting in the car, and the Lord spoke to me. He said, redo the tithing video, and this time I just want you to speak from your heart. And so I kept thinking to myself, but Lord, it's dark outside. It was dark just like this, y'all. I was like, I don't have any lighting. And so I turned on the overhead lighting, and I looked at the phone to see how I was looking. I was like, this looks absolutely horrible, Lord. I do not want to do this. I said, I can just go inside, have nice lighting, and then do it that way. And the Lord was like, no, I want you to do it in here. I just felt like the Lord was telling me, like, you're not going to go in and do the video. You're going to go in, you're going to start cleaning up, you're going to completely forget about the video, and you're going to be too tired to do it tonight. So do it right now before you get out. And so I stayed in the car and I recorded the video. After I recorded the video, I use AI to kind of help me with titles and thumbnails and stuff. And so I remember taking a portion of that video and I remember putting it into AI and asking AI what it thought of it. And AI told me to completely trash the video. It said that the lighting was horrible, which it really was. It said that the sound was horrible and I just need to redo the whole thing. It said, do not upload this to YouTube. It is not going to do well. Well, the Lord told me to upload it, so I went ahead and I uploaded it. This is the video, that video the AI told me not to upload. That is the video that did like 30 something thousand views. And then, and this was with me only having 500 subscribers, like 30,000 views. And, it pushed me over the subscriber threshold. So I got like, over 1,000 subscribers with that video, and I got over 3,000 watch hours with that video. It was absolutely crazy and absolutely amazing. And the thing is that video all stemmed from a word the Lord gave me. None of that was my own doing. It was all stuff that the Lord gave me. And so I want to say from that, like, do what God is calling you to do. Find out what God is calling you to do. Find out what God is telling you to talk about and go for that. Again, I'm talking to Christian content creators because I know a lot of us tend to think that it's hard for us to grow. And though that is usually true, I want you to know that there are a lot of Christians on YouTube and the algorithm just has to find them for you. And you just have to put in a little bit more work to make sure that your thumbnail is looking good and your title is looking good. But I'm not going to talk about titles and thumbnails today because that's all things that you already know about. I'm pretty sure you've watched many videos about how your title needs to look good, how your thumbnail needs to look good. This type of video, we're going to talk about 5 other things. And the 5 things that we're going to talk about are actually going to be rooms that I want you to visit as you are figuring out this YouTube thing, as the Lord is calling you to YouTube. I want you to visit 5 rooms for me, okay? And these are 5 rooms that are a part of a framework the Lord gave me to kind of set up my life, right? So the first room I want you to visit is the prayer closet. And so in the prayer closet, and we're going to do the prayer closet and the word room at the same time. So in the prayer closet is where you pray, and the word room is where you pull out the Bible and check, what God said against the Bible to make sure that it's actually God you're hearing and not just your flesh or whatever. And so in the prayer closet, instead of going and asking, what's the most viral thing for me to try to upload, I want you to go to the prayer closet and say, Lord, what are you calling me to build? Lord, what are you calling me to speak? Lord, what are you calling me to do? Lord, who are you calling me to? Who do I need to be looking at right now? I want you to ask the Lord those questions, and as he begins to reveal answers to you, I want you to open up the word, and I want you to make sure that whatever he's speaking to you, that you can back it up with the word, because the Lord is never going to go against his word. After you come out of there, I want you to head to the nursery, and the nursery is where you figure out what the Lord has already birthed inside of you. So there is a dream that the Lord gave me several months ago or so that was about my pregnant cousin. And she wasn't pregnant in real life, but in this dream she was. And that dream really changed a lot of things for me. And that dream is actually inside of a freebie that I'm going to tell you about later in the video. Don't let me forget. I'll talk about that later in the video. But in the nursery, you figure out what are the dreams and callings in your life that are unique to you. So what is God calling you to do? What are some things that come easy to you? What are the things that you keep going back to, like you can't let go of it? It doesn't even seem like anything that can make you money because it's just so normal for you to do this. For me, it's building up resumes. The Lord explicitly told me to go and build resumes because I've been doing that on the side for over a decade. He said, okay, now I want you to make this a business. I want you to leave your 9 to 5 and I want you to make this into a business. And so that's what I'm building right now. What is it? There are other things that I love to do. For instance, I love to braid hair. I can braid hair really well. I've been doing that since 7th grade. But the Lord didn't call me to that. And another thing about braiding hair, it completely stresses me out sometimes. The Lord didn't call me to that. So just because you're good at something doesn't necessarily mean that God is calling you to that. That's why you go to the prayer closet in the word room first, and then you walk into the nursery. After the nursery, you're gonna want to go to the what's the next room? Hold on, y'all. After the nursery, you're going to want to go to the workshop. And the workshop is where you start building the things. So whatever the Lord told you to build. So in my case, with the resumes, I've been building something called the Scent House system, which is basically something for a person to walk through who is looking for a job. So this walks you through finding out if God actually called you to a 9 to 5 job up until you actually interviewing and getting the job. It walks you step by step through different rooms, similar to what I'm doing right now. It walks you through different rooms until you get the job, right? And it actually walks you till after you get the job, as a matter of fact. So the workshop is where you build what you're building. And so regarding YouTube, the Lord also called me to YouTube in addition to the career stuff. And so on YouTube, I need to figure out, okay, what exactly am I going to be doing on YouTube? What am I going to be releasing on YouTube? And that's still forming for me, to be honest. After the workshop, you want to go to the bank and budget room. So the bank and budget room is pretty much what you walk through to figure out how you're going to make money. Because to be honest, money is something that we're going to need. The Lord called me from a 9 to 5 job, so I definitely need money. So this is something that I've been talking to God about, because I don't want to move on stuff just because it's lucrative. I don't want to move on something just because it's going to bring me some good money. I want to move on it because it is assigned to me, because this is what the Lord is calling me to. So this is where we talk about becoming a part of the YouTube Partner Program to maximize our income and to maximize YouTube pushing us out like that. And we don't want to just stop at that, though. We also want to think about merchandise, and we want to think about creating products. We want to think about maybe courses and things like that. So all of this is stuff that we need to keep an open mind about and go to God and ask him, okay, Lord, where are you leading me? And the Lord is probably going to give you stuff little by little. He's not going to throw a whole bunch of stuff at you at one time. He knows we can't handle that much stuff. So he's going to give you stuff little by little. As he gives you things, go ahead and work on them so that he can move you to the next step. Okay, so I think what have we done? We've done the word room and the prayer closet. We've done the nursery, the workshop, the bank and budget room. And the last one that we want to focus on is what was the last one? I think that we went through the porch, and the porch is just where you share everything that you have built. So with my career stuff, if I just build the career stuff and I never tell people that I have it, well, then they're never going to be able to use it. So it's very important that you go out on the front porch and you share what the Lord has revealed to you. This includes YouTube. This includes whatever products he's built through you. All of that, you want to be able to go on the front porch and share. So we've gone through the prayer closet and the word room, the nursery, the workshop, the bank and budget room, and the porch. Those are our 5 different rooms that we've walked into today in order to help us to build up our YouTube channel. I think that if you follow these steps, I think that you're well on your way to creating content that's going to get those 4,000 watch hours, because you're going to be walking in alignment with what God told you to do. With that being said, I want y'all to go and pick up the Scent House system if you are looking for a job. What I want you to do first is get the freebie, because the freebie is going to give you the first part of the Scent House system, where you'll be able to see, okay, is this really what God is calling me to? But with that being said, I love y'all so much. I will also have a little workbook down below to help you to get started on YouTube as well. Check that out too. It's basically going to go through all the questions we talked about today. I love y'all so much. I hope this helped out. I know that the lighting is dark, but I had to get it out in the name of Jesus. Hey, y'all. So I completely forgot to add this to the video. So I'm coming back like a couple of days later to let y'all know that the companion guide that I just referred to, that has like all the questions that we talked about today. So that companion guide is called the Scent House Challenge. And it is basically a 30-day challenge where I am telling you to show up on YouTube at least once a day for 30 days. I am taking on this challenge. I'm going to do it myself. It also has all of the stuff that we walk through, all of the rooms that we walk through with all the questions, just to get your mind going. If you need some help with more space to write, I have journals available for sale. Please pick you up one, because journaling has been my go-to since I was a teenager. It will literally change your life, to write down what God is speaking to you in these next years. Also, pick up the freebie, the Scent House System freebie. Now, of course, I talked about this as well. The Scent House system freebie is basically for people who are looking for another 9 to 5 or a 9 to 5 period, because you don't have a job and you need help with it. So I am giving a freebie to that. It's going to be like the first portion of that, which basically walks you through my story of the dream I had about my pregnant cousin. And then it walks you through a calling clarity diagnostic quiz where it can help you to figure out, is God really calling me to a 9 to 5, or is he calling me to something else? Once you figure that out, it's up to you to decide, okay, now what's my next step? Work out that with God in the prayer closet, in the word room. Once you know your next step, though, if it has nothing to do with the 9 to 5, then great. You just received something free that I hope has helped you to guide you into the right direction. However, if after doing that quiz, you figure out, okay, God is calling me to 9 to 5, and if he is calling you to 9 to 5 and you believe that he is calling you to work with me, then please come aboard, sis. Come on, let's work. Let's get you into the job that he created you for. I will have the complete Scent House system available for $97, just $97. It includes the complete guide, which takes you through finding out your calling, all down through actually getting your job. So it includes interviews, resume templates, all the things you need. It walks you through it. It gives you AI prompts, the whole thing, basically everything I use when I help people to get a job, because I do this on the side. If you want my help, I'll be opening a few slots to actually help you out one-on-one. If you really want that help, that'll all be included as I build it up into my website, and I'll give you the link for that if you so feel led to go that route. Until next time, y'all, I just had to add that. I did not want to leave that out because I didn't want you trying to figure out, like, what in the world is this girl talking about? This is what I'm talking about, sis. This is what I'm talking about. All right, until next time, y'all, I love y'all so much. Peace. Bye.